My sister's mailman said that he overheard his daughter's friend talking about how her mom knows someone who delivers coffee to a guy whose brother works in the store where Todd Howard buys his jackets. And apparently, this planet right here is actually more dark orange than yellow as it appears in this video. I know what you're feeling, guys. I cannot believe it either. This blows my mind. Have Bethesda been lying to us this whole time? Does Starfield actually exist? Is Todd Howard actually a robot? What does it mean? So, Starfield finally has a release date, not just for the game itself, but for the Starfield Direct Showcase, which it turns out is on June 11th. So we can look forward to 2 more months of pointless speculation, insane overreaction, and 1 more video every day about absolutely nothing from every channel whose bread and butter has become squeezing the last drop of rapidly congealing blood from the 12 minutes of footage we have so far. Maybe 13 minutes now, since there was new footage in the release announcement. Of course, the game doesn't release until September 6th, which means whatever we learn at the showcase will be fuel for 3 more months of exactly the same thing before the game finally drops and we can all go onto social media and watch people complain about it, because that's apparently what we do in the gaming world these days. The angrier you are, the better. Well, I'm older than most gaming content creators, so I should be able to muster thrice the anger, and here it is. Yeah, look, can we just take a deep breath? In through the nose, out through that thing you talk with, which means some of you might have to stand up, and just calm the f*** down. I'm talking to the overexcited people overhyping the game and making certain it fails to meet expectations by raising those expectations to impossible levels. I'm talking to the content creators making videos with inception levels of speculation about rumours they've heard other people speculate on about nothing. But I am especially talking about the people running around the internet screaming, "This game is going to be broken!" Of course it's going to be broken, it's a Bethesda RPG for crying out loud, and it's huge. The only question at this point should be, how broken is it going to be? We all know by now that no matter how nice a jacket the man who reassures you is wearing, it absolutely does not just work. Honestly, I only wonder why people are still surprised that not everything works like it should in a massive, sprawling open-world RPG by any developer these days, let alone Bethesda. I'm not a game developer, but I'll leave a short window here for the people who like to write, "I stopped watching and left when he said I'm not a game developer, but," to stop watching and leave. There. Have they gone? Probably not, because that would deprive them of the opportunity to find something else to complain about later in the video. As I was saying, I'm not a game developer, but when the inevitable quest-breaking bugs occurred in Skyrim, I did what I imagine a lot of people did and went online to try to find a solution to the problem. The answers were invariably something like, "This occurs if you use X weapon in X quest before you buy the house in Whiterun, if you've equipped Lydia with X armor but haven't yet..." Now, how in the hell is any developer supposed to plan for and test for all the possible combinations of things, both stupid and mundane, that millions of players around the world will do, and the order in which they will do them when the game is as massive and full of interactions as a Bethesda RPG? The other complaint I keep hearing is, 1,000 planets? I'm worried a lot of them will be empty. Yes, the game you're eagerly awaiting is a BGS game about space exploration. Space is empty. The clue is in the name. If you fly off to a new planet and expect there to be restaurants and regularly scheduled bus services, you're not an explorer, you're a tourist. And you know what else 1,000 Planets gives you? Massive scope for potential expansion. These things worry me not one little bit. My own opinion, and I promise you that's all this video is that Starfield has been delayed twice so that Xbox can make sure the company they paid $7.5 billion for does not deliver a game in the same state that Fallout 76 was in when it first released. Of course, I'm probably wrong. I was pretty sure Todd Howard was going to stroll out at E3 and announce that the game would be available after the show, so it turns out I don't know a hell of a lot. But I'll tell you what I do know. I love Bethesda RPGs, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to love this one for 2 reasons. 1, my own BGS RPG journey began with Elder Scrolls Oblivion back in 2006, and even back then, before I played Fallout 3, or Skyrim, or Fallout 4, or Fallout 76, my thought was, man, if they made a game like this, but in space, I would never again leave my screen. And 2, Fallout 76 was one of the most broken-ass games I had ever seen. And it was a multiplayer Fallout game, which I hated the idea of from the moment it was announced. And I still enjoyed it. I mean, sure, I had to take a break from it for a few weeks while I waited for BGS to make a single quest which could be completed without encountering a game-breaking bug, but once they started doing that, I had a blast. And the thing is, so did most other people who bothered to play it for more than 20 minutes before telling everyone how much they hated it and how much other people should hate it if they wanted to remain friends. I don't think I'm risking anything at all by saying I'm going to enjoy this game, because it would have to be much worse, even than Fallout 76, and to stay that way before there would be any risk of me not enjoying the hell out of playing it. This game would have to be dog shit, wrapped in cat shit, marinated in bird shit, and served to me on a bed of raw human entrails by Andrew Tate before there was any chance of me not enjoying it. Will it be disappointing to a lot of people? Of course it will. That outcome has been set in stone by the ridiculous amount of hype this game has generated, and here am I, contributing to it. Overhype is a bad thing, but it does not make the product bad. No matter what entitled consumers who failed to manage their expectations properly would like you to believe. Many people are, of course, going to listen to this video and say that I'm saying this because I've been paid to. Someone always does this when you say you like a game. If you say, "Hey, I really like beef and tomato pot noodle," you might get people who agree with you, you might get people who disagree, you might get the foodie who will look down their nose at you for the lack of refinement in your palate. You will almost certainly get the angry know-it-all who will not rest until you see that chicken and mushroom is the only true pot noodle. And you might get people who just pull a disgusted face and say, "Ew, okay." What you will never ever get are people calling you a pot noodle apologist or accusing you of being a shill for the pot noodle company. But in the world of 21st century gaming, if you hate it, you're an idiot who doesn't understand gaming and needs to get good. If you love it, you must have been paid to. Because, you know, that's what AAA game developers do, isn't it? They hunt down tiny channels like mine and pay us lots and lots of money to say, "This game probably won't work properly, but I'll play it anyway." I don't think a single BGS title would make it into my top 5 games of all time, but I still love Bethesda RPGs. Nobody makes an RPG like BGS, but it's important to know what that means. Returning to the food analogy for a moment, Bethesda RPGs are not going to win Michelin stars for their outstanding food quality, nor is anyone going to agonize over how to savor the flavor, nor are they pot noodle. There are games out there that fill those spots, and the Michelin star ones make unforgettable gaming moments. Bethesda RPGs are an all-you-can-eat buffet. The food isn't the best you've ever tasted, it probably isn't the best you've tasted that week, but it will never run out. You've paid your money, and you will get fed no matter how many times you go back for another plate. There will be another dungeon, another planet, another character to meet, another weapon to craft, another Easter egg to find, because that's the kind of food you can expect from BGS. Sure, the salad isn't as fresh and crisp as it could be, and the chicken wings are floating just outside your reach and glitching in and out of the ceiling lights because you got your Coke refill whilst wearing the wrong shoes, but if what you want is virtually endless food, which fills a hole and has you visiting the doctor because your family thinks you spend an unhealthy amount of time there, Bethesda has you covered. This is what you need to start expecting from Starfield. If it exceeds those expectations, that's amazing. Start chiseling its name in the marble alongside Grand Theft Auto 3 or whichever version of Skyrim is released this month. But if it doesn't, my prediction is it will still be a damn enjoyable game. That's it from me this time, but there will be a lot more content from me in 2023 than there was in 2022. Moving house twice in 1 year, along with other assorted issues I'm not going to go into details about here, will put a dent in your content creation. If you want to keep up to date with what's going on, you can join the Knights Arcade Discord server, or follow me on Twitter if you do the Twitter thing, or even support me on Patreon if you feel so inclined. All of these are linked in the video description below or on the nice new Knights Arcade channel header. I also stream right here on YouTube if you prefer a more involved form of chat. I only stream once a week unless there's a new game release I'm covering, and it's just a casual gaming stream. I'm not trying to win the internet or anything like that. My usual stream day is Tuesday from 9 PM GMT. That's 1 PM Pacific time unless it's a weird daylight saving time of year like it is round about now, come to think of it. You're intelligent humans, I'm sure you'll figure it out. And you can keep up to date by hitting the notification bell when you subscribe, as I'm sure you've already done. Why not leave a like on the video while you're at it? If you've listened to me ramble on for this long, there must be something about the video which held your attention, but it's over now. Until next time, from Knights Arcade, this is Sleepless Night, saying nighty-night.